or whatever. Now, because I have made some choice, some other system should support me is a little unjust. In India, when I was listening to Safi about having less theatre and everything, in India we have a different problem. We have abundance in terms of activities. We have huge number of theatre groups, professionals and amateurs, experimental plays, and they keep on doing theatre. And of course, passion is the driving force. Our society also works on star system. So if there is a star in the play, then it will be sold out. All tickets will be gone in no time. If there is someone who is very known in television industry acting in a play, that play is going to be outsold. If a film star is going to act in a play, it is going to be outsold. Fortunately in India, in two languages, Marathi, which is my mother tongue, and Bangla, there is a very thriving professional commercial theatre as well. And there are stars in that theatre too. So if they are in the performance, there will be huge crowds coming to watch the performance. As artists, I feel that we need to understand this. When we say that we don't have enough government support, or when we say there is no support for actors, I genuinely ask this question to myself, is there any support to a non-successful doctor? Is there any support to a not successful engineer? Is there any support to a not successful lawyer? The answer is no. Then why do we keep on saying that artists need support? If we look at our history, again I am talking about primarily about India, arts has always been supported by the kings, by the court. In Sanskrit we call it Rajashraya. So there was a king's support to all the arts. But we have come out of that era and we are living in a different world. The world that is dictated by market forces. Whether we like it or not, whether we agree with it or not, that is the given reality. Even in Sri Lanka, if I see today, the places which were small and beautiful are turning into big shopping complexes. That is bound to happen. That is going to happen. That is beyond anybody's control now. The national borders are more and more becoming economic borders than anything else. Everything is getting driven by the economy, the economic forces. And arts will not be spared in this whole process, whether we like it or not. One can choose to just do what one likes to do, what one believes one should do, but then there is no point in whining about it. If I decide that I will do plays, I will do theatre that matters to me, I will only produce plays that matter to me and I believe which are beneficial for the society. I can definitely do that. But then there is no point in saying why nobody is supporting me. Because there would be a small section that is willing to support, but not everyone. If we look at the audience, if we talk to the audience, there are multiple kinds of feedbacks that we receive after performances. One major chunk says, can't you just entertain? Why do you have to teach? Why do you have to preach? Why do you want to give us some message? We don't want any message. There is some section in the society that says, these kind of plays, they really make me think, and I like it. The question is, how many people really do like to think in any given society? And how many people prefer to keep thinking outside the auditorium, come inside and watch Shah Rukh Khan do this. Or any film star for that matter. So, I feel that artists, it's high time that as artists we look at our act of performance as business if we want to earn out of it. Especially in this part of the world, we also keep saying that I will not sell my soul. I tell my friends and young students that nobody is interested in buying your soul. Nobody. The day I put an ad in the newspaper that we are putting up this show at 7 p.m. at this theatre, ticket rates 300, 200, 100 or whatever, I am selling. I am selling entertainment. I am selling the performance of my play. I am trying to sell the experience that I want to create through my performance, and there is nothing wrong in it. If we do that well, if we communicate that well, people are willing to come. In that sense, every artist needs to be an entrepreneur. Every artist needs to think like an entrepreneur. When I am using the word entrepreneur, I am also talking about creativity. And I am also talking about business. If we don't do that, and honestly, any individual who is working as an individual struggler, trying to get into the field, he is working like an entrepreneur. He is trying to generate opportunities for himself or herself, trying to find out ways. In that process, sometimes we get haywire. Sometimes we start feeling, unless I have contact with someone, I cannot get opportunity. I have so much in me, I am just waiting for that one opportunity to pick me up. Just we need to flip it. If there are ample opportunities, I just need to go and get it. I just need to grab it. And it is not going to happen like I went and I got it. One has to look at it like a businessman. And if we look at all successful performers, they are amazing businessmen. Their understanding of art and their understanding of business is fantastic. Sometimes the understanding of art may not be that great. I teach, and many times young people come to me saying that I really want to do this. I want to get into theatre. It is my passion. And very genuinely, I tell them, remember just one simple thing. I am absolutely passionate about theatre. I love theatre since my childhood. This is one thing. I can act is another. And I can make a business out of it is third. These three things are not interdependent. These three things are independent. You might find all the three in some, but that is not a necessity. Someone who is absolutely passionate about acting may not be a very good actor. Someone who is an amazing actor may not be able to convert it into a business. And someone who has managed to make business out of acting may not be a very good actor. If we understand this and look at our own work, then our perspective about economics will also change. Our perspective about survival will change. If we look at our own ancient traditions, going to theatre to watch a play is a very recent phenomenon, at least in this part of the world. I had read one book which was published in 1863, and there was an article in Marathi about city of Mumbai. And the first line of that article was, it said that these days the British people have constructed a new building in Mumbai. They call it theatre. This was 1863, not even 200 years ago, 150 years ago. So till then, we as a society were not used to go to a place called theatre, buy ticket and watch show. Theatre used to happen around. It was happening in temples. It was happening on streets. It was happening under the trees. It was happening in the courts of the kings. This is new thing. This is something that we were not aware of, which was not part of our culture. But now, after 150 years, if we have got into it, we have to understand all other aspects that come with it. And if we do not align ourselves with it, then we can think why this is not right, why the government is not giving money. I mean, I always think about it in our countries, in India, 1.4 billion people. How much budget is enough for culture? How much? It is impossible for the government to cater to all the cultural needs in the country. It is impossible. So, as artists, I believe that we need to start thinking about what is it that we can do about it, what is it that we can do to change this system, change this scenario, not system, change this scenario. What is it that I can contribute to make this journey easier for the next generation? Thank you.